Hey guys, it's me, Freezin' Weezin', and today we're going to be doing a countdown of the top 10 best Pokemon from Generation 1. Keep in mind, this does not include legendary Pokemon. That is not what this list is going to turn into. This list is the top 10 best Pokemon from Generation 1 based on their move pool, their stats, just overall where you can find them, how early or late in the game, and how just good they are in general. So starting out at number 10, we have Fearow. My explanations for this one. You can find Spearow super early in the game, right after you defeat Brock, and he or she, whatever, I don't want to assume the genders, wants to, or not wants to. See, I told you in the last video, I get at least one blooper every video, but, Fearow is good against the, 4th gym, I think it is, Erica, which is the grass-type gym. Then there is Sabrina, which can't really do much to him. Very, very high speed, can learn priority moves if anything does outspeed it, like an Electrode or something. And has pretty high defense, and the special defense is where it definitely comes in. And it's just an overall great Pokemon to have, and you can get it pretty early in the game. Number 8 is Raichu. And Raichu, you can find Pikachu really early in Red and Blue, and you can have it as your starter in Yellow, but if you're playing Yellow, you're stuck with this little guy. No problem with that, but Raichu is better than Pikachu unless you are playing Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or anything past that. Because Pikachu has an item that is only available to, or only effective to Pikachu. And basically, that item is the Light Ball, which doubles their special attack. But if you're playing any game other than that comes before Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you'll want Raichu. It learns Thunder Shock immediately when it comes out of an egg, I guess. But then that's a pretty good move until you learn Thunderbolt. And it can learn Volt Switch in later games. Really high special attack and pretty good speed. This thing almost has the same amount of special attack as Kadabra. Next is Weezing. Now, I am not saying this because I love Weezing. My explanations for Weezing, it is one of the best defensive Pokemon in history. The defenses of Weezing are amazing. That's enough to be a really good Pokemon on its own. It also is a poison type, and there's not many poison types in Gen 1. There's Arbok, Ghastly, Weezing, Nidoran, male and female, and I think that's about it. So that's 4 evolutionary lines, and I think that this one is the best, mainly because it can also learn Sludge Bomb and Sludge later, and that's going to come in handy against Erica. The only gym that I think it does bad against is Sabrina, because it's poison type and it's weak to psychic. Any other gym, you're pretty much good. It also comes in handy against the Exeggutor that he'll have if you chose anything other than Blastoise or Squirtle as your starter. Next is Machamp. If not Machamp, Machoke. I know this because I played a randomized Pokemon Blue. Machoke, not Machamp, but Machoke, came through so many times. Can you guys even see that? Wait, that's more like it. But yeah. It has pretty good speed, not that great of special defense, but a lot of defense, a lot of attack, and it can learn a bunch of different types of moves. It can learn Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Comet Punch, I think. Can I learn Comet Punch? I don't know, but it is the best fighting type in Gen 1. And that's what I respect it for. And for this next one, I can't find it. I can't find the next one. I don't know where the card for it is. 1 second. For this next Pokemon, I found it. It is a starter. And the best starter to choose in Gen 1, in my opinion, is Bulbasaur to evolve into Venusaur. Reason for this, comes in handy against the first gym and the second gym. You can go through the first 2 gyms easy with just this, and the third gym because electric types don't do crap to grass types. For the 4th gym, which is Erica, you can mainly use poison moves and take out half her Pokemon. And also, Venusaur can learn powerful normal type moves, so you can take care of Erica that way. Next would be Sabrina. It doesn't do that good against Sabrina because it's part poison. That's not really a problem though, because you'll probably have something to counter Sabrina at that time. Next would be Koga. He walls that easily too. He's part poison, but he's also part grass, so that's neutral damage. Once again, the normal type moves will come in handy for Venusaur. For the 7th gym, which is 7th gym, which is Blaine, doesn't do that good. Doesn't do good because it's fire type gym. Use something like a blast. No, not a Blastoise. You can't get both. Use like a Starmie or something, or a Seadra. And for the next 2 Pokemon, I kind of fused them together, since they can both be found in certain places. They're hard to catch, and they're really good. They're both normal types. Kangaskhan and Snorlax. Snorlax, you can find at the route below Lavender Town, and also the route to the left of Celadon City. He is really hard to get. He is harder to get than... No, I'd probably say Kangaskhan is harder to get, because you would have to, first of all, find him and catch him in the Safari Zone. But if you do that, you will get rewarded with Kangaskhan. For Snorlax, he is a tank. Really good attack, really good defense. Not that good of special attack, pretty good special attack. Bad speed, bad speed. That's the thing that I don't like about these, but other than that, they are really good. And we are down to 4 Pokemon. For number 3 is Magneton. Reason. So the time you would find a Magneton is after Misty, after Lieutenant Surge, and by then you might already have an electric type, but if you do, I would recommend you replace it with Magneton. That's what I did in Pokemon Red, and as I told you, he came through so many times. He's great against Blastoise if you chose Charizard as your starter. And actually, okay, but still, he is a really good electric type. Really fast, amazing special attack. I think he's like tied for 4th. Then there's Kadabra, Alakazam, and something else. I forgot. Gengar. And yeah. Then for number 3, I don't have number 3 right here. Ah, yes, here he is. For number 3, Nidoking. This is the Pokemon that too many people use in speedruns. And what they do with that, they use an X accuracy, which is broken in Gen 1. If you're actually playing the originals, in the remakes, it just raises your accuracy, but in Gen 1, it makes your accuracy perfect. So it's like everything is an aerial ace that hits no matter what. And if you guys didn't know, Nidoking can learn Earthquake, Ice Beam, Horn Drill, and Thunderbolt. That's the moveset for most Nidokings. You can find him right after Viridian City, and you can catch him, and he will be really good. And you can already have a Nidoking by the time you reach Mount Moon, because you can find a Moonstone right there. So, we're down to the top 3, including this one. Number 2 is Gengar. Gengar, is he the only ghost type other than Ghastly and Hunter? I think he might be the only ghost type in that generation. I think so. But Gengar has amazing special attack, amazing speed, amazing attack, and decent defenses. Gengar can use moves like Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Poison stuff. He comes in handy against who? I guess he would come in handy against Erica, and I think that's it for the gym leaders. But I went to go pick up these 2 that I dropped on the ground, and then I picked Weezing up and dropped him again. So how'd that work out? Alright, Gengar is number 2. Here are the top 2 and 3 Pokemon. And if you guys know Pokemon really well, you already know what number 1 is going to be. By the way, these are not legendaries. No, it's not Mewtwo. No, it's not Mew. The best Pokemon in Gen 1, due to stats and everything, Dragonite. He is a pseudo-legendary. If you guys don't know what a pseudo-legendary is, it is a Pokemon that has the same stats as a legendary, but is not a legendary. It's just an amazing Pokemon. And I think you can find it in the Safari Zone, age teeny. But one thing bad about, oh, by the way, with Gengar, if you don't have a Gengar or a friend to trade with, use Haunter. He's about the same. But then there's Dragonite, which can learn he is the only dragon family in Gen 1. And if you don't want to level your Dragonair up to level 55, use the Dragonair. Don't even evolve it. Still just as good. And it is a dragon flying type, can learn moves like Outrage. It can learn Thunder Wave. It can learn moveset that I use for my Dragonite is Ice Beam, Outrage, Thunder Wave, and Thunderbolt, and I would sometimes use Fly and Dragonite. Originally, Charizard was going to be number 10 on this list, but he got surpassed. And, by the way, this is another picture of me. That's my real face. Anyways, this is Freezing Weezing, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace!